Do y'all see the cords right there? Yeah.
Are you showing her else?
I know, because I hit it by accident. Sorry, guys.
Showing behind the scenes over here.
Y'all get behind the scenes.
Just give me a second to post to the different channels. We're on Instagram under my profile, and we're also on Facebook.
You know, I did that one time when I was at a friend's book reading, and I was
and it's
filming.
Supposed to be, they only were supposed to know it wasn't her too.
Hey, Pretty Brown Eyes, Savage Squad. Aww.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, I'm trying to
give me a second. What do you want to do?
No, I'm just trying to. Sorry, y'all. There we go. That's all I was trying to do. You could talk to the people, though. Talk to the people.
Yeah, so about this Super Bowl, while Kim gets settled here. Oh, Mike Felix, what's up, brother? Good to see
Mike.
You, man. I'm a Niners fan, despite some of my friends who won't accept that I've been a Niners fan since 92.
92. Was that Jerry Rice?
Yeah, that's back in the day.
That's all I know, Jerry Rice.
Yeah, so, man, listen. All I can say is the coach needs to get himself together, man. He done lost in the second half 2 times in a row, man. So it's unfortunate, but we tried. We got there. No one believed in the Niners. They doubted us, and we got there. But I'm happy. Patrick Mahomes, black quarterback. I'm glad that he's able to not only get MVP but win the Super Bowl. So I can't hate on it. I feel like it was a win-win anyway. So that's my sports talk. For today. I see she don't really have anything.
I mean, I saw the opening with Yolanda Adams did I Think America the Beautiful, and then Demi Lovato did the national anthem, and then I came back during halftime with Shakira and J-Lo. So, I thought it was pretty decent. So that was that.
Yeah, what about the game?
I didn't. I watched the movie. Anybody feels me. Come on. I know some ladies like football, but the only times, and he knows this, the only times I really pay attention to games is if I'm actually there at the game. Then I might have a little more inkling of interest
what's going on?
of there, but I love people watch at the actual game too. But if I'm there, I'm gonna pay attention. But if it's home, no.
Yeah. Well, hey, the wings were good. Okay,
the wings were good.
Pizza. Pizza was good. Good time with friends and family. So,
yes.
So yeah, we're gonna dive right into the topic today.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Hope everyone has been having a fantastic week, or like I like to say, a better than ever week.
Yeah. I think we did it last Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
We did it last Tuesday.
Oh, awesome! Oh, thanks, Mike. Appreciate all of you.
Come on, girl. Okay.
Okay, we gotta come with it now. No, appreciate that, brother. So yeah, we'll dive right into the topic. So we got a chance to touch on quite a few topics last week. The main topic that we focused on was having clear messaging, and in that conversation, we kind of went on a little tangent about a client's experience and building an authentic experience. So, in our discussions and our preparation for today, we thought it would be great to kind of create, have this whole live focus on creating just that, right? An experience that builds trust with your client. We understand that, in today's market, you're cluttered. You're cluttered with, first, it used to just be your email, your email, what do you call it? Not a list, but your email box, your inbox.
Oh, your inbox.
Yeah, it used to just be your inbox was full, but now you're getting text messages, you're getting notifications.
Facebook Messenger and Messenger.
Yeah, so you're inundated with a lot of content daily, and there's there's all of these different things that's fighting for your attention. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, as entrepreneurs, you know, who all have to compete in this online market, whether you have a brick and mortar or you're solely online, it's going to be very vital to create and build trust with your clients virtually. You know,
Right.
you're going to have to be able to get on a video call and do that. You're going to have to do that through your messaging, which is some of the things we touched on last week. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we came up with 5 elements well, I don't want to say we came up with it, but we referenced 5 elements from a book that we've been recently reading. It's called They Ask and You Answer. And it's a really profound book. I recommend you go check it out. And it's 5 elements. We kind of changed it up a little bit to make it relevant to the conversation we had last week.
Right.
So you'll notice if you have read the book or if you're going to go reference the book, you'll notice we switched out the 5th one. But nonetheless, it's still very vital. And, you know, Kim and I think is up to date because, you know, as consumers, you know, you're the best judge of what you're looking for, right? All these companies are trying to create a process and create an experience to get you to buy. So you're the best gauge of what gets you to buy. So a lot of times when we're thinking about our messaging and we're thinking about our products and our services that we're looking to offer our clients, we have to consider, like, you know, would I buy this? Like, is this a great experience? You know, are they taking me down a journey, or is it transactional? You know what I mean? Do I feel like you're hiding something? You know what I mean? Like, I have to make sure I'm addressing those things. So,
and I was going to say another reason why we thought, you know, we would want to talk about this is because customer experience is one of our core values with the Branding Geeks. That's huge because us on the consumer end, we like an excellent customer experience. Like,
yeah, I mean,
like,
we always go back to the story when we were shopping for our first car as a married couple.
Oh,
you know, and
yes,
we just got
that's
married.
a big one.
You know, we're like, okay, you know, let's go get us a nice, reasonable car. You know, so I'm like, hey, let's just go and listen. You know, we're not those type where, you know, we're sedity or we think about this or that.
Mm-hmm.
We're just letting you know our mindset at the time. So we're like, hey, you know, let's go get a Nissan. I think Kim and I had already had a Nissan.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, you know, let's just get another version of that and, you know, call it a day. Right. So we went there and, you know, we went through the whole process of trying to buy the car, and it was going good. It was pretty cut and dry, right? So we went in there, we met with someone, they were like, this is the price. We were like, okay, we'll be back. This one here, you know, the whole time she's like, yeah, you know, I know, you know, we can get the Nissan, but I really want to get BMW. I'm like, BMW? Girl, we just graduated college. You crazy. You lost your mind, you know.
I was just dreaming bigger, you know.
Yeah, and I'm like, look, bigger bills, you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, man. But she kept on bringing, you know, and all you married fellas know, happy wife, happy life, right? So I'm like, all right, let's just go, you know. It won't hurt, you know. And a part of me, you know, growing up African American, you know, there's certain things that you just you got to work through as you grow and mature.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I had some hesitation. You know, I was like, I don't even know if they're going to treat me right, you know. And I tell you, it was night and day. Like, we got into there. I mean, we walked in the door. They offered us water. They walked us back to this one fella. He ended up selling us multiple cars.
He became a family friend.
Yeah, and I mean,
yeah,
the experience from beginning to end was immaculate. I mean, he asked about our family and actually cared. Like, he followed up, and, you know, and to make a long story short, he ended up selling us our
I would say for several cars he was with us.
Yeah, for several cars. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
As I said, we were repeat customers, and it was such a great experience that we referred about 6 or 7 of our friends, and you know, they were able to buy their vehicles with.
And even like the non-Beamer cars afterwards that we, you know,
yeah, because our family, when we came back to our family car,
yeah,
he was involved. So
customer experience is
huge. So I think that's a great segue to kind of jump into the 5 elements. One, so like I said, these are elements that if you incorporate all of them, right, and have them working in unison, what you'll be doing is you'll create a cohesive, right? A cohesive experience that a cohesive experience that, you know, you can duplicate time and time again.
Right.
You know, and these are derived from natural questions that we all, you know, freak out over when we're looking for a product. If we're trying to buy a new car, we're trying to buy a new TV, like these are things that you're just always looking for. So first one is price and cost. Now, and you can look at my website right now and see that this isn't the case, but I'm going to be transparent with you guys. This is something I'm going to be correcting. Price, right? Price is one of those things where, you know, if I'm on what is it, Amazon, if I'm like, okay, how much does it cost? You know, do I have payments? Like, let me know. You know what I mean?
I want to see.
Yeah,
what we talking about.
Right, and let's be honest. When you are on a website and there's something you're into, but you can't find that price, that bothers you. You're like, okay, why are they hiding the price? This thing must be crazy expensive.
Yeah.
You know, and I know. I can hear the marketers out there. Yeah, there's value pricing, and you know, you want, you know, and I get it, and I'm not against any of that. That's why, honestly, I don't have prices on my website. However, there is, I think there's something important that we can as part of our brand here.
Yes.
There's something.
So the little branding geeks.
There's something that we can. There's something that we're missing out here, I believe, as a business owner and as a marketer, that, you know, people want you to be upfront with them. They want to know what the cost of a thing's going to be. Right. And, you know, here are the things that I know that I ask myself, and you know, if you have your website, if you have your business, you probably ask yourself the same. First one being, okay, well, my prices vary, right? I sell websites, I sell logos, or, you know, I sell packages, right? So I can't put a price on there because it can change, right? I get you, I hear you. Another one would be, you know, I don't want my competition to know what my pricing is, right? Because then they're just gonna try to lowball me, and, you know, now I'm not gonna get to sell. Or the third thing, which a lot of us may battle with, is, hey, it's gonna scare them off. As soon as they see, oh, what? That's how much? How many thousand? Oh, no, I'm good, straight. Now, in all of those scenarios, those are all factors, and those are all true things that really do happen. But guess what? As you begin to hone in on your target market and you hone in on the ideal client you want, you actually want to start to cause people who aren't, what's the word I'm looking for? Who don't, you want to start to pre-qualify your potential clients, because you can't work with everyone.
That's right.
You know, we don't have the answer for anyone. Like I said in previous.
Not your target. You know?
Yeah. What I said is, you know, only person who had an answer for everybody is Jesus. Nobody else has the answer for everybody. So understanding that, you have to, you know, begin to target a specific group of people that know, like, and trust you, that hear your voice and they respond to it. So with that being said, you know, just to touch on those three things really quick. You know, the whole question about the price varying, right? Well, the thing is, when you give someone an idea of where your pricing range is, now that lets them know, you know, from a pre-qualification standpoint, if they're in the ballpark with you. And you want them to disqualify themselves ahead of time if, you know, if the price is too much. But they'll still get an idea, and that won't be an objection that you already have to overcome when you get to the sales presentation.
Right.
And then
and somebody said having a great customer experience, especially in retail, is almost rare unless you visit a locally owned shop.
Right. Because, you know, those mom and pop shops, they understand that that's their only way they can compete in the market. They don't have the marketing dollars to compete with some of these larger brands. So they're like, listen, when they get in here, you better treat them like, you know, like they're, I don't know, lost of words today. You know what I'm saying? Royalty. Thank you. God, dog. You better treat them like royalty, you know, because we have to create an experience with them that makes them want to keep coming back. So price, right? So price is one of those elements that if you get this one right, if you're upfront and authentic about what your prices are, you're already answering a question that they're coming on your website to answer themselves. So now, you know, that builds a stronger level of trust with them. The next one would be problems, right?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, we all have products and services, right? And with those products and services, there are potential problems. Whether it's your shirts they could shrink. When you know what I'm saying, when you could be working with this manufacturer and the printing is good, everything's great, but you know what? Every time I wash it, it shrinks.
Or in our world, there's like revisions or like something didn't translate right on the website.
Right. You know, here's some of the problems, main problems with websites, right? Oh, you know, why isn't my website rising on Google ranking? You know?
Yeah, why am I not in the #1 spot?
You know what I mean? What's another one? No one's coming to my website, right? So in our industry, right, web building and marketing, we understand that, okay, I can't, you know, it's this strategy, it's this mentality that the book talks about, which is called the ostrich strategy. And a lot of us operate in that mentality without knowing it. And that's simply, you know, you have these issues. You might have pricing that could be high or low. You might have problems with your brand, with your products and services, but you're not addressing them. You're kind of like an ostrich. You're hiding in the sand, hoping that they don't break them up. And then what happens is they finally break them up on the sales call. And you're like, all right, gosh, I'll deal with this, you know. But this mentality allows them to build trust with you before you even get them on a sales call. Okay, so dealing with the problems, right? So going back to the shrinking shirt scenario, well, you know, if you mention on your website, you know, and you notice Amazon starts doing this, right? They said sizes fit large. Sizes fit small. Well, for that particular scenario, say, hey, shirt may shrink during wash, but here's a solution for that. Now the client knows up front, hey, this shirt's gonna shrink, but they told me already. They're keeping it real with me. They're being transparent. That's pretty cool. That hits a trust trigger in their mind that they didn't even know they were looking for. So, and I could keep going on that. I mean, you know, with the website one, right? Well, someone said, no one's coming to my website. Well, up front, you let them know, listen, as a designer, I built your website, but there's a whole nother world. There's a whole nother process to getting people to your website, right? It's not guaranteed that when you put a website up, people are going to just naturally find it, right? There has to be some strategy to get people to that site. Okay. So yeah, that's the second one, problem, right? Dealing with, problems up front. The next one would be comparison, right?
That's good.
Now, it's the whole versus, like us versus them, right? And comparing to other individuals in your industry. Now, we have some thoughts on how we approach this.
Yeah.
I'm of the Apple mindset, right? Where I'm not gonna be all up in the video, you know, dancing or I'm just playing. No, I'm not gonna be all up, focusing and mentioning the competitor so much that you lose sight of my brand, right? Yeah. But there is a way to, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a way to compare, right? To show what you're doing compared to the competitor without mentioning their name, right? Yeah. So you can mention some of the features they have compared to your features. So in this example of web building, you can say, okay, in our process, our turnaround time is this. We focus on messaging. We don't just build you a beautiful website. Right. We build you a website that has a call to action that drives your potential clients to a specific place to cause them to do business with you, right? You know, and in mentioning that, you're touching some of the features that these other competitors may have. You know, they may say, I build, we build the best looking websites around, and it's like, yeah, that's cool, but let's talk about let's talk about getting sales, right? Like, is this really hitting my bottom line? Like, I could spend $50,000 on this website and not make a dime. So was it really worth it, right? So that's the versus and comparison element. And then the next one would be reviews. This is huge. So I don't even have to spend much time on that.
Reviews are huge.
Yeah, Amazon has set the tone for the market, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, now it used to just be for clothing and shoes and, you know, things of that nature. But now they're to the point where with coaching and with web building and with, you know, even with being an artist, right? Like you have to be able to display how your product or your service has impacted someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So reviews are really, really great because it's obviously it's a testimonial, but it really, you know, it can be as long as you need it to be. Like it could be a short snippet, but it's really important because it gives people that extra reference point to build that trust, right?
Like a real reference point, you know, from somebody's point of view, and not necessarily from the business point of view, but somebody who actually went through your course and bought your product,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah, you know, and taking it a step further, you know, everyone knows the power of video these days. So if you're able to get into a place where you're getting those reviews, you get video reviews, now it just even resonates with your potential clients more because now they're seeing someone and the passion behind what they're saying, right? They're seeing that you really did connect with them, and you know you're a real company, right?
It validates you, you know,
right?
It makes it is a real person, though.
Wow,
they
look at this
have
person.
real customers.
Yeah, you know,
that's huge.
So it's really important, right? So that's another thing that builds that trust, right? A customer experience that's full of trust. And then the last one, which has been really important, I think for me and Kimberly, and you know, people we interact with, business world, personal, you name it. Is accessibility.
Yeah.
Now I know Kim can really tap on this, but I'm gonna approach it from the standpoint. You know, you have a lot of these new pop-up SaaS companies, right? These software as a service companies. So it could be HubSpot or anybody like that. I'm just naming HubSpot as an example. And I think HubSpot does have customer service, so they're not a good example of someone who does it. But you have a lot of these companies that are popping up. You have a lot of these companies that are popping up with no customer service. You know, I mean, they have an email, send me an email and, you know, I'll get back to you in 48 hours. But the problem is you're working on a website, you're working on something you need response right away. You need to be able to get that solution done at the moment you're calling them. And that's why you're trying to call them or email them.
Right.
You know, so of course, we're in a day and age where you can't just put your website on your phone number on your website because you start to get telemarketer calls, start to get all these things. So you have to find a way to address this. One way we've looked at addressing it is setting up live chat on our website, where that allows us to have
the other smaller geek.
that gives us the functionality to allow clients to reach out to us at certain times of the day. You know, and where we have it active where you can literally chat with us and I'm right from my phone, I can have a full message, a full conversation with you. And then we could carry that over to a phone call if necessary.
Right.
But that's something on a smaller scale. But as your company gets larger, you definitely want to have a call center. You want to have a way for people to reach out to you because
contact with you.
Yeah, because in this 2020, you know, in this day of age, you know, we're losing that human element, right? And you're going to see over this decade, we start to see a lot of these online-based businesses start to go back to that because, you know, people are going to get fed up with not being able to get their questions answered in a timely fashion. Not saying everything's going to go back to brick and mortar, but some of the customer service, human interaction aspects are definitely going to go back because, you know, people are going to miss that human interaction that they were so accustomed to when it comes to getting their questions answered, removing rebuttals, and so on and so forth. So,
and it's not even about like, we're not necessarily saying like, oh, you have to be accessible 24 hours a day. No, but like the hours that you designate for your business to be, you know, your open hours for your business to be accessible to your customers. Make sure, you know, you keep your word with that and be accessible, actually available for your customers during those set hours. You know, because we as consumers, you know, we don't like, oh, they said they're open, but nobody's answering the phone. We just had that, you know, over the weekend. We're celebrating our brother-in-law birthday. We went out to eat. You know, we wanted to get a call before we got there, and nobody was picking up the phone. We're like, well, we know you all are there, but nobody picked up the phone.
Yeah.
So just stuff like that. You know,
those are the things that break trust, right?
Yeah.
So these are the elements that, you know, obviously we've read about, but we've experienced in our business, you know, that and we experienced in our business as business owners, but also we've experienced as customers ourselves.
Right.
We were engaging in each of these 5 areas without knowing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go over them again. It's price, right? You know, be upfront with price. If you want to build trust, a trust building customer experience,
right.
You're going to need to be upfront with pricing, right? You're going to have that figured out and at least address it. Not look like you're trying to, yeah. So how much does it cost? Okay, yeah, we'll get to that.
Talking around it.
Yeah, you know, you have to just say, hey, listen, this is where we start at. You know, and understanding that when you establish that, that's a great way to pre-qualify a potential client to see if they're going to be worth your time or not.
Right.
2 is addressing problems head on. Address the elephant in the room. Right. If there's been issues about your, you know, if you're selling cars, well, there's this elephant in the room that every car salesman is, you know, they're shady, right? So you have to come up front and say, hey, listen, I know that, you know, you think that car salesmen are shady, but let me tell you why I'm not shady. And you give them a bullet point why they should trust you, right? But you're addressing that rebuttal before they even think about it to bring it up. Because if they don't say it to you right at that moment, they'll get it later when they're home talking with their spouse or whatever have you, okay? Number 3, the versus and comparison, right? This is what we do, right? We're like, should I get Apple or Android, right? Should I go with Pepsi or Coke, right? You know, you want to be able to distinguish yourself from the competition and show what value proposition you're bringing to the market that your competitor isn't. You know, and you have to, and even if you feel like there's some features or elements your competitor does better, you have to be okay with the fact that, hey, listen, that might look like that's better, but I know this is what I can deliver on consistently, and I guarantee your clients are always going to appreciate someone who delivers something consistently more than someone who promises the world and you have to wait for that thing to get delivered.
Right.
All right. And then 4 is reviews. Right. Testimonials, reviews, right? So if you want people to trust you, it's like, well, look at what this person is saying.
Yes.
You know, you see on websites like what others are saying or what they said about us, right? These are very important because it lets people see that, okay, you're not just, you know, tooting your own horn. You're not just making this stuff up. Like there are people actually being impacted by your product or service.
Yeah,
okay.
And even makes you even more of a credible authority as well.
Big facts. That's big facts, and that's one of the, you know, that's a whole nother
live.
I do, Keith. What's up, Keith, man?
Do we even build trust, bro?
Do we even build trust, bro? That's what I do, man. Yes, exactly. You know, it's vital. It's vital because, you know, at the end of the day, people want to do business with people they trust.
Yeah.
We go and get that Coke. We mention this every week. You go pick up that Coke because you know what that taste is.
It's going to be faithful every time.
You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to question it. It's like, oh, yep, this is the taste I want. So, you know, people going to do business with people they know, like, and trust. These are 5 elements that's going to get you there, right? Yeah. So I'm on 4. And then 5 is be accessible. You know, one thing that was really cool, you know, that I experienced, one of the people that we will check out from time to time is Eric Thomas.
Yeah, E.T.
E.T. the hip hop preacher. And we caught him when he was here in Orlando. And this dude literally gave somebody in the audience his cell phone number. He said it out loud, so I was just like, let me get that. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you about how to call E.T., you know. But like seeing stuff like that blows people's mind. Because anybody who knows E.T., he's literally the #1 motivational speaker in the world, right? And, you know, and even our coach, Ronnie Brown, you know, Ronnie B.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
CEO.
But, you know, same thing with her. It's like, you know, these people are dominating their industries, but on the same note, like they're accessible. Like if you need.
Yes, very accessible.
Yeah. You know, if you need to get to them and you need to really, you know, obviously with any of these individuals, you know, you got to be willing to make the investment.
Right.
But, you know, the accessibility is there, and that goes a long way, because it's nothing worse than a person who has this amazing system and it's all these bells and whistles, and you're like, oh my gosh, I just want to call you and thank you. And this is great. And you can't reach them. They're like, you got to talk to 17 people before you get to them.
Yeah.
That doesn't, when they're on stage making it seem like, you know, I do this for you guys. You know, this is about you. And it's like, okay, but I can't even get you on the phone just to say thank you. I'm not even trying to get over on you, you know? So, you know, in our businesses, let's look at how we can be accessible. Like I said, it's not about putting your phone number on your website, because we all know that that could be detrimental to your your salvation, right? You could just get overwhelmed with calls. But there is a way to be accessible. I talked about it, having live chat, having an email that you have designated just for that, so that as soon as that, you know, you get that notification, you know, you can even have it, that email set up on a specific email app. So as soon as you see that notification, you know that's a potential client or customer, and you can reply right away.
And once again, just being available during your designated, you know, times that you stated that you're going to be available for your customers, your clients.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
That's important.
So that's it. Those are the 5 elements. We like to leave a little time for questions. But yeah, that's it. Obviously, got a guest today. She's trying to make her.
Did you have any tips, Paris, on building trust with customers? What is your tips?
Your teacher.
Your teacher. Okay. Build trust with your teacher. Okay. Good job.
Oh gosh. All right. All right, guys. Any questions?
Any questions? In regards to, you know, creating an excellent customer experience, or any other just general branding questions that you all may have. If you all don't, we will end this thing right now. Say, anybody have
Girl,
any
Dad.
questions?
Anybody questions?
Say, do you have any questions?
Daddy, you have any questions?
I don't. I just hope everyone had a, you know, good time and enjoyed the information.
Say, do you all have any questions?
Any questions?
Thank you. Oh, thanks, Aunt. Good to see. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna try to, like I said, we're gonna try to hit it up every week. You want to let people know how to reach out to us?
Once again, we are the Branding Geeks. You can find us at thebrandinggeeks.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram at The Branding Geeks. If you want to set up just a free consultation with us on, you know, any questions you have, or you have any projects, you know, that you're wanting to do, go ahead and you can submit a free consultation form on Instagram. Click the link in our Instagram profile, and we'll be glad to talk with you all.
Yeah. All right.
But looks like there's no questions. So that being said, thank you all so much for joining us tonight on this week's live.
So see you later.
We hope you all have a better than ever week, and hope to see you all next week.
Say see you later.
Say have a good night.
Have a good night, mister.
Oh.
Have a good one, y'all.
Have a good one, y'all.